Welcome to our user guide video on Infusionsoft. Today, we will discuss the settings for the e-commerce category. Let's begin. Log into your Infusionsoft account. On the main navigational window, under the e-commerce category, click on Settings. The e-commerce settings page will present to you the configurable settings for orders, payment processing, and fulfillment settings. Let's begin with product under the order setting. On the settings for products and subscription plans, you will be asked whether you would like to run purchase actions on all orders. This means that when orders are made through your shopping cart, all automated actions that you have set will run, including manual orders if you clicked yes, and not if no. The transition from prospect follow-up to customer follow-up will be automated. Click yes or no if you would like Infusionsoft to track your product inventory. This will activate a tab in the product record where you can set an inventory amount, which is the limit when Infusionsoft should notify you that your inventory has to be replenished. Do the same for the track product unit cost. Tracking the unit cost of your product gives you a clear view of what your profit margin is, allowing you to effectively decide the price of and/or discounts of your products. The unit cost, total cost, and profit margin values will appear in your order records. In the field provided, you can enumerate your promo codes that are active or intend to use in the future. Remember that these promo codes are linked to reports, searches, and orders, and are also used to track referring forms, so deleting them is not advised. Click Save. Let's move on to orders. Set the default country that you want to appear on your order form. This should be the country that your products are made available to. On the invoice section, set the default invoice. You can set the default invoice by clicking here, which will take you to the email template, or add a new one by creating a new email template. Click Add. Follow the previous steps for setting the default subscription template. Set the label for the invoice tax, whether it is VAT, GST, or includes GST. Sales tax is the default label for it. Enter the default from address here. This is your personal or your business email address. This is customizable as you create an invoice. Set the default email subject, then the default email body. This will be the text that appears on the invoice's email body. This message, however, will not appear on auto-charge notifications. In the billing section, set the default currency, then list down all applicable payment methods that are acceptable to you. If you want Infusionsoft to automatically charge credit cards for recurring subscription charges and payment plans, set this to yes. For orders and subscription programs that are taxable, Infusionsoft can automatically calculate and charge sales tax if this has been set to yes. Infusionsoft by default will retry charging failed credit card transactions 3 times. However, you can change it by entering your choice here. Set the number of days apart the system will retry charging failed credit card transactions. Set this section to yes if you want to be able to apply manually processed payments to charges on multiple invoices. Want to view a payment history on an order record? Set this to yes. The system can group all charges sorted out by contact and not in chronological order. Click yes to make this happen. Set the number of days of delay before auto-charging is executed. This setting is usually set to 0. Would you like Infusionsoft to send an invoice for every manual or automatic payment made? Set it to yes or no in here. Whenever a new credit card is updated, it is recommended to reset the counter for failed attempts to charge. Set this to yes. For failed attempts, you can set a limit for Infusionsoft to stop charging the credit card. Limits are set to either 1, 3, 6, 9, or 12 months. Enter the accepted credit cards. Click yes if you'd allow UK's Maestro cards to be used. This section allows you to edit the header of your credit card update form, and this one is for the footer. Once the update form is submitted, a customizable thank you page loads. Customize it here. Enter the email address to which Infusionsoft will send a notification for failed attempts to charge. Set the number of times a merchant account fails to charge a customer credit card before a notification is sent to the email address mentioned above. Click yes if you would like to display any action set on the shopping cart. Click no to hide it. Enter the message that will display at the top of the chargeback dispute message. Enter the message here that will display at the bottom of the chargeback dispute message when the purchase was placed through a single-step shopping cart. Now, enter the message that will display at the bottom of the chargeback dispute message when the purchase was placed through a multi-step shopping cart. The multi-step shopping carts require a logon, so they are less common. In the fulfillment section, click Yes on the service orders, which enables you to manually track this information in orders. This adds service notes when an order is added. Shipping notes are added when it is clicked Yes in the ship orders. The shipping unit defaults with pound, but you may customize it. Click Save. There are 3 triggers that can be set off in this section. The first one is when an auto charge attempt is made. Click Add Trigger to configure this condition. In the new pop-up dialog called Manage Trigger, set the trigger criteria. In the criterion, when an auto charge fails, select the particular product or leave it blank to select all. Indicate its failure description and set the action. When done, save trigger. In the criterion, when an auto charge is successful, select the particular product or leave it blank to select all. Select the condition whether failed, did not fail, or both. Set the action, and then save trigger. The second trigger is when a credit card is going to expire. Add that trigger. Manage the trigger by selecting the credit card type, setting the number of days the card expires in, and indicate whether to include it in the follow-up cards that are not set to be billed in the future. Set the action, and then save the trigger. The third one is after a successful purchase in the shopping cart or on an order form. Add this trigger. Manage the trigger. Set it whether it is on any purchase, specific product purchase, or purchase of a product in a specific category. Set the action, then save the trigger. Remember that you can always delete these triggers by clicking on Delete Trigger. In the sales tax section, indicate the sales tax for the country, state, or city. Let's set the sales tax for the country. Indicate which country. Enter the sales tax in percentage. Do the same for the state and city. You have to specify if the sales tax is compounded or not. If it is not, the country and state sales tax will be added to it in the subtotal, wherever applicable. Click Save when completed. You can edit or delete the sales tax configurations anytime here. Create a new PayPal account. Enter your PayPal account and enter your currency. Click on this tick box to test the PayPal account. This puts PayPal on test mode and will not make actual transactions. After the test, be sure to uncheck this if you want to go live. Skip the PayPal Express checkout and click Save. To add merchant accounts, click on Add Merchant Account. Select the merchant account. Enter the necessary fields for each merchant account. Click Save. Edit or delete any account if necessary. For the fulfillment section, click New Fulfillment Report. Give it a name. It is recommended that the responsible company or person is entered here to make it intuitive. Select the choices in the drop-down menu for the When to Fulfill field. Clicking Save activates other sections. Enter the product to include it in the report. Select the schedule type, whether it is every X number of days or on the same day or days of each week, where you can also select the time of the schedule, or when there are X items to process. Select the delivery method. Select who manages this report and optionally who manages it. Save the report. Remember, you can always delete this report anytime. And this concludes our user guide video for Infusionsoft. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video.